Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be a summary of 2 Samuel 6, verses 1 through 23. And David chose men, about 30,000, from Israel to move the Ark Covenant from Judah to Jerusalem. They put the Ark Covenant on a new cart and brought it out of the house of Obed, and Ahiah went before it. And then David and his men began to play with all kinds of instruments before the Lord. Now oxen had shooken the cart, and Uas had reached his hand out to steady the cart. And this kindled the anger of the Lord, and immediately the Lord struck Uah dead because of his error. Now David was displeased, and David was afraid of the Lord, and he said, "How will I move the Ark Covenant with me?" So David did not take the Ark Covenant that day with him into Jerusalem, but he left it in the house of Obed-Edom. And the Lord had blessed Obed-Edom for the 3 months that the Ark Covenant was there. And then David returned again to bring the Ark Covenant from Obed-Edom's house into the city of Jerusalem with gladness. Now they would take about 6 paces forward, and then they would stop and make a sacrifice of oxen and fatten. And David would dance before the Lord with all of his might. And when David had brought the Ark Covenant of the Lord into Jerusalem, there was singing and shouting and dancing and sounds of the trumpets. And when the Ark Covenant was placed into the city of David, Michal, Saul's daughter, had looked out the window, saw David dancing around, and she immediately despised him. Now the Ark Covenant was placed into the tabernacles, and David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And when the offerings were all done, David blessed all the people of Israel. Men and women were giving a cake of bread, a good piece of meat, and wine. Now all the people went back to their house, and David decided to go in and bless his own household. And Michal met him there and said, "Oh, how glorious it was for the king to be dancing around and uncovering himself in the sight of his maidens. It is very shameful for a fellow to uncover himself." And then David said, "I did it for the Lord. I was dancing for the Lord because the Lord has chosen me to be the king, to be the ruler over Israel. And I will play before the Lord, and I will show my shame and even in my own sight for the honor of the Lord. But as far as the maidservants, they will honor me." Now Michal died without any children. May God be with you in everything and in every way.